Marlo Freeman. He thought he was interfered with, but that's going to fall incomplete. And let's see, it's going to be 4th down here, and will Highlands try the field goal, or they go for it? They're going to call the field goal team out. J.C. Vibes are going to be in here to kick the field goal.
And we haven't missed a thing. Well, we have. We had some problems there, but we're back. Highlands, when we left you...
I never left. Who am I?
You did a great job, but I think we're back at it now. We apologize for that. J.C. Bowser's on to try a 30-yard field goal at the post to our right.
Sigurd to hold it.
Go ahead, finish it. No good.
Under the bar.
So a 30-yard field goal attempt by Bowser is no good. So the Rams continue to lead at 16-0, 5:07 left of the first half. We had gremlins, so we missed a few plays. We'll tell you. 2nd and 2 at the 41. Taylor then ran it for 5. And first down for Highlands. So it was 1st and 10 at the 36. Jet with an 8-yard run. And then we had a penalty, a false start, made it 2nd and 7. Taylor then ran for 21 and for a first down. It was first down at the 12, and then the Rams unable to get much done after that, and that was that. So
field goal, yep. Gillette and Cienko in a tackle that time for the Golden Rams, Mike, and that was a golden opportunity. We've left 2 get through.
Yeah.
2 more chances to put scores on the board, but again, comfortably ahead 16-0 so far. Albert Gallatin not be able to not much on offense here.
2nd down and 9 for the Colonials. And Llewellyn is back. And Llewellyn's going to fire it deep, and he's got a man down there, and it is incomplete. Into and out of the hands of Nate Bricker.
Great job by Logan Price that time, Mike. He's given up big inches that time. 6'3" Nate Bricker, Mike. He was a soccer player. This is his first year out for football in his senior year. He scored 20 goals in soccer last year, decided to give it up for football, and you can see why. He's a big kid out there at 6'3".
So it's 3rd down and 9.
Coach Leota thought that was a big thing, Mike. The soccer's big down there to get a soccer player to go to football.
This is Robinson in motion. And now Albert Gallatin's going to have to call a timeout. That'll be the 2nd one that they've called so far here in this first half. Well, if you've been putting off getting that much-needed work done around the house, maybe a leaky roof or remodeling your kitchen, bathroom, or basement, let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations have your home looking like new for the fast-approaching holidays. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian E. and his crew at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee that your job will be completed on time exactly the way you want it. Customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today, 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or find them on Facebook for money-saving offers. Beanie Home Renovations, where the B is always busy. All right, Albert Gallatin trivia quickly while we have a chance. Prior to embarking on a college basketball coaching career that saw him coach 25 years at 3 schools in the state of Ohio, this Indian Valley South High School, that is in Ohio, graduate, began his career as a student teacher at Albert Gallatin in 1977.
You're asking me to tell
His first college coaching job was at Walsh College in Ohio, but that's not where you'd know him from. And you do know him.
John Wood.
That is not correct. 3rd and 9. We'll have hints. He went to Akron after Walsh.
And that really helps, huh?
There we go. Llewellyn back. Fires it downfield, and it's into and out of the hands. And a flag is down. Logan Christ going to get caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
The old face guarding, if there is such a thing.
So that will be a pass interference call against Highlands. That's the 4th first down for Albert Gallatin. 3 of them have been by penalty.
So Walsh to Akron.
I will tell you that he's one of only 10 coaches in history with 800 victories. He's been to 23 NCAA tournaments, and his first job was an assistant with Eldon Miller at Ohio State.
Thad Matta.
It is not Thad Matta.
That's a good guess.
It is a good guess. 1st and 10 at the 36.
They've been 23 trips
to the NCAA tournament. After Walsh and Akron, he went on to Cincinnati for...
Oh, I know who it is now. The big guy. Let me get his name. Yep, Bob Huggins.
Bob Huggins is correct. Trayvon Oliver, nothing. As Sportelli treats him rudely as he gets into the line for a couple out to the 37. 1 to the 37. Bob Huggins was a student teacher at Albert Gallatin. You know who else was? Tommy Bowden.
Wow.
They went to West Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they're right up the street for him. You're right. Yep. Bob Huggins got to use the EMS service at the Pittsburgh International Airport.
He did.
The little flat line in there.
2nd and 9. Oh, big hole this time through there is Davis up over the 40 to the 43.
Sportelli having quite a night, Mike, making that tackle. That's his 8th, along with help from Noah Gillette to get his 5th.
3rd and 3.
Have you seen Huggy lately? He's really watched his diet.
Yeah, he has, and he's
on that seafood diet. He sees food.
He sees it. He eats it. Stone in motion. And this is Javon Davis, and I think he's got enough up across the 45 to the 47.
One thing I like tonight, Mike, we're seeing is Cienko down there, along with
some linemen, more linemen.
Yep. Also, more people going after ankles versus shoulder pads.
3:06 to go, first half. This is Javon Davis again, and he's getting some surge into Highlands territory down to the 46.
Cienko again down there, along with Gillette and Timmons.
2nd and 3. 16-0, but Albert Gallatin, if they can get a score and get 2, are right back to within 1 score. 2:40 left first half.
Nick Chiquella down there also.
Dominic Llewellyn getting instructions from coach. Stone in motion. Give it to Javon Davis again.
First down.
And he gets the first down.
Trying to hit that middle, Mike.
Lucas Lamer, I think, had him. And Davis has been the man replacing Trayvon Oliver. He's moving the chains for the Colonials. First down at the 43.
And Oliver was their leading rusher returning this year, Mike. Chiquello comes off. Baby rut.
1st and 10. Clock winds to 2:05, and now we have a timeout for Highlands. We do. Tom Girardi wants to talk things over at 2:06 left of the first half, and the Rams leading it 16-0.
I could talk about Thomas Jefferson having more defensive touchdowns than they've allowed. There's actually 5 teams that have left up less than 1 touchdown this year. South Fayette was allowing 6.6 a game. Penn Trafford 6.2, Washington 3.8, Burgettstown 2.3, and Aliquippa only allowing 2 points a game. They have one thing in common. You know what that is, Mike?
What's that?
They're all undefeated.
Yeah, I would.
26-0 combined.
Now that means something. That's for sure. Now let's see what the Colonials can do here. The Rams have kind of let them hang around.
Sure have, Mike. The last 2.
And the Highlands offense again, not much. They ran the opening kickoff back and a 1 long touchdown run. That's it. Llewellyn is back. Llewellyn has time. He's going to fire it deep, and it's going to be intercepted. Stepping in front, Romello Freeman at the 18-yard line. Brings it back 20, 25, 30.
Trying to get
Looks
that
for some
wall,
blockers,
Mike.
and here he comes.
Here comes
35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the Albert Gallatin 40 and out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
He has done a great job, Mike, at cornerback this year. I think that's his position in college. What do you think?
I believe you're right. That's the 2nd turnover, 2nd interception.
Christ had one earlier. Now, Mike, it's very important. 1:48 to go.
They need to score,
that thing in. Yep.
2nd interception of the year for Romello Freeman.
And there's a penalty on the play, too, Mike.
We get some more?
Looks like it. I think that a personal foul against Albert Gallatin.
They're starting it out at the 37. We'll see if there's more. Or are they going to march it backwards? They may be doing that.
Well, we're going to have a talk, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just first down, they say. Okay.
They picked it up. There was a marker down.
1:48 left of the half. Highlands leading at 16-0. Cohen is back. He looks. It's batted down. The big fella, 76, Corey Dotson, the senior nose tackle.
This time there was a late flag in there, Mike.
Holding against Highlands.
I don't like where they threw it, that's for sure. Highlands third penalty for 35. And we go in reverse, Mike.
We do. All the penalties against Highlands so far.
Yep.
And this is a spot foul. It's going to put it back at the 49.
Wow, that hurts.
And make it first down and 24, approximately. 1:44 left of the half. Albert Gallatin, remember, will get the ball to start the second half.
That early rain, Mike, held our crowd down a little bit. We need to get something to get them energized here.
High snap, but Cohen brings it down. They're going to run a shovel pass in there to Jet. Jet tries to break a tackle, but brought down beautifully by Cole DuPont.
You talk about getting knees and ankles, Mike.
They let the rush come through, and they ran the shovel pass, and there's the first reception by a running back this year.
And it went for
-1.
only 28 yards passing so far, Mike.
Going to be second and 25. Let's see what the call is here from the referee. 1:31 left of the half.
4 of 8 passing.
Dead ball personal foul against Albert Gallatin. Wow.
Not an automatic first down?
No, but it was first down anyway, so it'll still be first. It's going to be first and 10.
There you go, back to where we started. 37.
So forget everything else that just happened.
Deja vu. Why didn't we miss those 3 plays?
Forget it all. Just, yeah. You wouldn't have missed a thing. Well, believe me, the plays we missed weren't much to write home about either. So, like I said, if you really want to know what they were, call me.
There you go. Go give you a play-by-play.
I got them. Now we have a whistle and a dead ball foul. The play clock ran out.
Second time tonight.
Did Highlands get a timeout first? They did.
They did?
They did. Why don't we take a timeout and make sure our machinery works?
There you go.
1:16 left first half. 16-0 Highlands. We'll be right back. Okay. All right, here we go. Second and 10, strangely enough. Shouldn't it be first and 10? Okay. After the dead ball foul. Thank you, Mr. Stabile. Cohen hit as he throws down the sideline. Freeman's down there. Caught it anyway. What a catch at the 2-yard line. Oh.
He was being held, Mike. He only had one hand to catch the ball with, but he pulled it in there. 34 yards on that play. Gold Rams are in business now, Mike.
Wow, that was tremendous.
Yep. I mean, take a look at that one if you have it on YouTube and take it back again. You'll see Romello get that one hand out there. The other one was being held. First and goal, Gold Rams now, Mike. Great timeout.
3 catches, 55 yards for Romello Freeman. First and goal, Highlands at the 3. Well, this could be some big points here at 1:07 left of the first half.
Cohen runs over. And
we need that old play we had where any Gillette brother just pushes the guy in from behind. From the 3.
Taylor in the backfield.
The turn to give is to Taylor. Taylor barrels his way down near the goal line. He's going to get to about the 1.
One thing you did miss, Mike, during those plays was Jet came off with looked like a shoulder injury again. And Taylor's been the main back since. That's his 6th carry for 39 yards. Jet has 6 for 68 yards.
Gotcha. Thank you for the updates there. That helps me. I was trying to keep track. There's a marker down. Let's see what this is.
What now?
I don't know. Been all kind of stops and starts here. Now it is going to be a 5-yard penalty or 10.
What the heck?
For 15. Chop block against Highlands.
You know, we talked about that in practice this week, Mike, about how now you have to extend your arms. You know, in the old days, they taught you to hold your arms in. Now you have to extend your arms. They call those chop blocks.
First and goal at the 15.
What was
Cohen
that?
looked like he wanted to run the pitch. There was no one to pitch it to, and they got him, and down he goes at the 20-yard line.
I think the good news is he didn't pitch it, Mike.
Yeah, there wasn't anyone there.
First and goal at the 2 is now.
Second and goal at the 20. They're going backwards. 22 seconds left.
And they have one timeout. We got to get some plays off here, Mike.
Cohen is back. Cohen's going to fire it to the end zone. Freeman down there. Makes a diving effort, but it's incomplete.
Looked like hand-to-hand combat again there, Mike.
Third and goal, 11 seconds left.
Well, we're definitely getting another playoff. The only question I have are we in J.C. Bowser range here?
This kind of reminds you of the way the first half ended up at Ambridge.
Yep, choppy is the word.
Play clock down to 15. And the Jets a sidecar. Cohen back. Cohen looking. Fires to the corner. Booker down there, but it's too far. He threw it right to the flag. Yep. Fourth down, 5 seconds. You take a shot at the end zone now. Where's Johnny Christ?
Good question. He's upper left side with his brother Logan. They haven't looked at him yet tonight, Mike.
Fourth down. The Rams will take one more shot at it at 5 seconds.
He hasn't been, as a fantasy term would be, targeted. All right, Mike. If you get beat, you want to grab somebody. Nobody gets in the end zone.
5 seconds on the play clock. Highlands is going to call time.
Their last one, might as well, huh, Mike?
Oh, good. That gives us a chance to tell you about the Anchor Inn. And we've had, there weren't that many people there last week because we had a road game. The Anchor Inn is the sure sign we have another season of Golden Rams football. Post-game there is where you want to be. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that tradition. They started way back in 1953, the Eisenhower administration. A great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. All their signature food, the blue plate specials, which of course comes on a blue plate. Daily specials are a list as long as your arm.
Cheese delights. You like the cheese delights?
I love the cheese delights with the dill pickles and the brown mustard. Just tremendous. No, Captain's Platter, Kenwood says, no reservations are needed and the kitchen's open till 11, so there's plenty of time to come to the Anchor after the game. Mike and I will be there. Come on over and say hi, and people actually do. So do that, and we'll say your name on TV. That's the Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
All right, right now we have another stoppage of play. Talk about choppy. Guess who took a timeout?
Now Albert Gallatin calls it. This is like basketball. This is like basketball without funneling money to parents. That's what it's like.
Speaking of basketball, maybe that Gateway coach knee will be up there.
Danny. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about Chuck Wagner. He won the Class B championship, Whippeal Championship, in 1965 with Oakmont. And then won his next WPIL championship 38 years later in 2003 at Springdale. Huh? Isn't that unbelievable?
Generation.
270 wins, 5th all time. And then he was the first coach at Riverview. Riverview tonight is celebrating the 20th anniversary of their 1997 championship team. I wish they were having a Saturday game so I could have gone to it.
Yeah, you knew a lot of
A little bit disappointing. Yeah, I got to do the run. I got the playoff run there. It was great.
Speaking of running, let's run to the end zone.
Fourth down. We know this is going, I think, with double high safeties. And Cohen back, fires it down the middle, and it's incomplete. He had Booker down there, but just overthrew him in 1.8 seconds to go. I can't wait to see what Sean Leota has for us here.
Well, we know it takes 3 seconds to run that play.
Mark that in the book. Mark that in the book.
Cohen tonight, 5 completions on 12 attempts for 62 yards. Sportelli late to get on the field, Mike.
He is. So here we go at 1.8. This could be Javon Davis. This is Javon Davis. And he gets up to the 23-yard line, and that's going to do it.
Zienko and Gillette on that tackle, Mike, and that's going to bring the half to an end with the Golden Rams in a thrilling 2-0 second quarter.
We had a 2-0 third quarter here against Knock.
How about that?
That's the end of the first half with the score. Highlands 16 and Albert Gallatin nothing. We'll be back with stats right after this. All right, we're back back at halftime. The Rams lead at 16-0. Dean has some numbers.
Yeah, Mike, the offense not very impressive tonight, but boy, the defense has really done a great job. They've only given up 6 first downs. Albert Gallatin. Highlands has 5. Only 22 yards rushing for Albert Gallatin, 111 for Highlands. Most of that coming on a Jermaine Jett 60-yard run. 57 yards passing for the Gold Rams, only 18 for Albert Gallatin. Total yards, Highlands 168, Albert Gallatin 40. Third down conversions. Tough for Highlands, 0 for 4, Mike. That's not good. 4 for 9 for Albert Gallatin. Penalties, Highlands 6 for 55. Albert Gallatin only 1 for 15. Turnovers, Highlands has 1. Albert Gallatin 2. Time of possession pretty even. 12:37 for Albert Gallatin. 11:23 for Highlands.
Let's give you the scoring quickly. Logan Christ brought the opening kickoff back 77 yards for a touchdown. J.C. Bowser the kick. It was 7-0 Highlands. Then at 7:24 left first quarter, Jermaine Jett ripped off a 55-yard touchdown run. Bowser added the kick. It was 14-0. And then at 10:28 second quarter, a safety on a snap over the punter's head in the end zone. The Rams led at 16-0, and that was it, as the Dean said. An exciting 2-0 second quarter, our second 2-0 quarter here at Golden Ram Stadium this season. B&J Sports, located 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, has been outfitting our local sports teams and the great fans of the Valley for more than 5 decades. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. High school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, any kinds of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J. They're open 9 to 5 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon. So stop in today or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports. Second half kickoff brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized training for third graders all the way up to varsity. Email masonelitehoops@comcast.net or on the web, masonelitehoops.com.
Check out the Facebook page too, Mike. Lots of great things on there. This week he was working Rob Carmody out.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, actually, yeah. So,
it's impressive.
We're ready for the second half to begin. Highlands will kick it off. They lead at 16-0.
Mike can still plays too, by the way.
Yeah, I think he still can. Yeah, he got a little bit of that left. Sam Peck will kick it off. And back deep to receive is Javon Davis. And here we go. Booted to the near side of the field, and this is going to be Robinson. Torrey Robinson, 20, 25, 30. Look out. Here he comes over the 35,
Sam
the 40.
Peck going to have to get involved, Mike.
And Sam Peck does get involved big time and throws him out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
That's Sam's first scalp of the year, Mike.
Now, the Rams have really shored up the kick return game, which the last few years has, to put it mildly, pretty much been a disaster. And they've done a pretty good job this year on that. That's one of the big ones they've given up.
And again, Albert Gallatin go with good field position here to start the second half.
And again, if they can score, and we get the word they go for 2 all the time, they can only be 1 score behind.
That's correct.
Double stack receivers on each side.
Right
Llewellyn is back, looking and throws, and it is caught. This is Torrey Robinson, first down out of bounds in Highlands territory at the 42-yard line.
Gillette ran him out of bounds, but not until they pick up the first down. Mike, we had a non-conference game tonight in Northern 9. The conference game tonight, Ambridge is Indiana. That could be interesting. Blackhawk is at Safed. That won't be interesting. Knock at Montour. Big game for us tonight if Knock can pull the upset there.
Big hole by Oliver through the middle down to the 37-yard line, and he gets about 5.
Newcastle at Mars, the other conference games where Kelly makes a stop. I forgot about that quick offense, Mike. I'm looking down.
They're going faster,
the schedule. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's visual. They can see.
You hope.
Well, most of it. High snap. Llewellyn climbs a ladder. Fires to the far side. This is caught, and Stone is hit and thrown back forward. Progress is ruled down as Stone gets it near the first down marker at the 32.
Logan Christ on a stop, Mike. It'd be interesting where they mark that ball.
Putting it at the 32. Is it a first down or no?
Stone, by the way, has to run cross country, Mike, because that's the guy that's always going to those crazy motions, and they did give him a first time. Very favorable spot there. Here he goes in motion again.
And they give us to Oliver up the middle and just a couple.
Sportelli, what a night he's having, Mike. That's his 10th tackle, and he is meeting people in the hole and driving them backward. That's the one thing that we've lacked so far this year. Sport tonight's coming up big.
Well, this season so far, 5 different backs have gone over 100 yards against Highlands. They're allowing 252 rushing yards a game and 5.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, 2 Newcastle guys went over 100,
yep.
Right?
Llewellyn is back. Time. Going to fire it deep. Got a man down there. Going to be caught for an Albert Gallatin touchdown. In the end zone, Nate Bricker pulls it in.
That's that 6'3 matchup, Mike. I didn't like that against Logan Price. He has 5 inches on him. Turn those to his advantage.
31 yards. Albert Gallatin strikes on 5 plays.
And like you said, Mike, they're going to go for 2 here, and let's see what happens.
And then they line up.
Interesting setup, huh?
Crazy formation in the backfield, and now it's basically confusion. They have receivers and linemen all over the place. Llewellyn is in the backfield. Looking for motion. That's Stone.
It is confusing.
And Llewellyn is back, rolling right, fires for the end zone. It's incomplete. There's nobody there. So the lead remains. 10 minutes left of the third quarter, and the score now, Highlands 16, Albert Gallatin 6. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. All right, Albert Gallatin takes the opening kickoff, marched 55 yards on 5 plays, and it took 2 minutes off the third quarter clock. And the Colonials are back in it. It's 16-6.
Mike, we're going to get that squib kick again. Look, they didn't even put on a tee.
The good news is WPI rules mandate you only need to win by 1, and especially in a non-conference game. There are no Gardner points involved here tonight.
Last year down there it was 42-0.
Verano kicks it. He gets some distance, doesn't he? Signorella takes it at the 27. Out over the 35. Here he comes to the 40, near side of the field. Breaks a tackle and gets thrown out of bounds. Highlands again. Highlands has been blessed with good field position all night. They just haven't done anything with it.
Right. They're going to take advantage of it.
Good return by Siggs that time.
20 yards on that kick return. Highlands goes to work again. Like you said, my great field position, but have not taken advantage of it. 0 for 4 on third down. That's not good.
No, and they've been better than that during the season. That's 40% during the year. That's a good number. So 1st and 10 at the 46. I formation. Sportelli sets up as the tight end. And they give us the Jet. Jet weaves his way through there and gets some yardage. Carries men with him.
Look at that,
Still carrying men with him.
Going forward.
And gets 8 yards where there were about 2.
Yep.
Now I think I was talking to our good friend, Mr. Ronick, who we affectionately call Ouch at halftime. I wondered if maybe just going heavy and running it out, it might be the idea, because it kind of reminds me of Ambridge, and that's what they did second half in Ambridge.
And during halftime, Mike,
Jet tries to get outside, but they got him.
Wow.
Boy, he gets hit hard there. First man was Cole DuPont, and Dylan Shea came in to finish.
I saw Jet and Ethan Jones during halftime take a Wildcat snaps. Yep.
Losses 2 back to the 48. Cole DuPont, the son of the athletic director, Dwayne DuPont.
I did not know that.
Thanks to Dwayne. Good on the roster, quick. Not as quick as Mars. Mars still in the lead. Only 40 minutes. Third down, 4. Stretch play, left side. This is Jet.
Nothing doing.
Looks like they got him. Can he get away?
No, he
can't. Holding on was Colby Verano, the sophomore. And Albert Gallatin fired up across the way. You said which one? They might be smelling West Mifflin.
Yeah, they played like Thomas Jefferson in the first half, but second half again. Remember, they upset West Mifflin.
How important is that safety now?
Yeah. Right now it's the difference in 1-score versus 2-score game.
4th and 8. Logan Christ back to punt as the clock winds to 8 minutes, third quarter. Highlands leads it 16-6.
That's the third time in a row, Mike, we backed up the truck on offense.
Good snap, and Christ gets it out of there, and it's going to hit again. Hits the ground now. He takes it, does Bricker, and comes ahead to the 25-yard line.
Signorella and Loveland make the stop.
36-yard punt, 5-yard return. After he probably could have picked it up sooner. So it's first down Colonials, and they've sped things up tempo-wise, offensively. Now they get full house.
Yep. Seemed to help them last time, Mike.
Stone, Oliver, and Davis across that tee.
It's power football, Mike.
It is. They give it to Oliver. 2 hands on the ball, and up to the 30 or the 28.
And, if I'm watching a tape on Highlands, I think that's the way I would attack them.
Mario Cienko down there. Here are the list of the backs that have gone over 100. Ruffner, Harrod, Stapchuk, Hooker, Thomas. Not a law firm.
Nope. 6 tackle by Cienka tonight. Mikey's been very involved. Jet with his first stop of the night.
Second down and 7 now. 7:20 left third quarter. Strong side of the field to the right. Llewellyn is back. He throws it down to the turf. Incomplete. He tried to get it to Christian Stone, his sophomore wide receiver, but it was down at the ground. The Rams have a gut. You talk about Llewellyn. He never hit the ground once last week. You can see why.
Yep, he gets rid of it quick.
3rd and 7. Next week, Montour will be here in a big Northwest 9 matchup. The Rams went out and upset Montour last year at Montour in the rain.
They bring in 2 Division I wide receivers.
Boy, the receiver left early. He was running up the field. They didn't catch it. Here's Llewellyn throwing, and Bricker caught it at the 44-yard line.
What a catch, Mike.
Boy, it was Christian Stone who was in the slot to the near side of the field, and he was moving up the field quick too soon. And the officials didn't catch it, and a 27-yard pickup.
Logan Price made the tackle, but not, you said 27-yard pickup. Ronnie Stevenson, Mike Temple, recruited 6'5", will be here next week for Montour.
Here's the give, and it's Oliver off the left side as they go quickly to the 41-yard line.
Jet and Gillette. Jet on the tackle along with Gillette.
3 catches, 61 yards for Bricker, including that touchdown. He's doing the business here in the second half. Now they're going to go backwards, and the second time it got messed up, but Stone takes it. He comes forward and runs into Chikello. But that's the second time they tried it, and the second time that Christian Stone couldn't catch the football.
Both times, those were fumbles.
3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Chikello and Gillette in on that stop. Gillette's 10th tackle of the night.
Halfway through the third quarter.
All right, Mike, we have Johnny Christ at 6.
He's on Bricker now.
Bricker,
Yep.
Smart idea there.
Llewellyn is back. He's looking that way. He's going to put it up to him down the sideline, and he's going to incomplete right off his hands. Don't know if he'd have been able to get a foot in or not, but boy, he adjusts well on the football.
No doubt about it.
They found something there. They switched Christ brothers on him just because of the size.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6'3" against 6'6" is better than 6'3" against
4th and 9. Is Deshaun Leota go here? I think he does. At the Highlands 44, the Rams haven't been able to do anything offensively.
Yep.
Highlands has 5 first downs in this game. That's it. And their offense since the halftime of that knock game has really not been the same. Llewellyn is back on 4th down, big play. He looks. He's going to try it again. Down the sideline, almost picked off and almost caught. As Mello got up there, got 2 hands on it, as Torrey Robinson was streaking down the sidelines, but it's incomplete, and the Rams will take over in great field position again.
If anything, Mike Romello, you don't want to intercept that because you take over here versus the 5-yard line.
Tom Jackson when took Chris Berman back in the old days. What do, TJ? You knock it down.
All right, let's get something started on offense, Mike. Our offense really, I said the last 4 times we've had the ball, basically went in reverse.
And look at the field position since the second quarter. Starting on the Albert Gallatin 48, on the 37, on the Highlands 46, on the Highlands 44. Just great starting position, but unable to capitalize on it. 1st and 10. And off is to Cameron Taylor off the left side, cuts it back, and he's up to the 50-yard line.
Pick up 6 by Taylor. He now has 7 rushes rushes for 45 yards.
Well, that's how I have that. I must have been trying to pay attention while we were having our technical difficulties, which we appreciate everyone's forbearance out there. Second downs, 4 to go. We'll call it right at the 50. Freeman is a wide receiver. Booker's in the slot. They have Gillette as the fullback. Taylor is the tailback. That's a big backfield. The battering ram gets the call. And they have him as Cole DuPont, the junior safety, was up there to meet him in the hole.
Notice what's happened here, Mike, since the beginning of the game till now. More people in the box for Albert Gallatin. They think we're going to try to run the ball. And again, those.
And how many passes is coming from? 10? 9?
Yep. 12. 2 down linemen now have become 4. Look. They're really crowding the line of scrimmage, Mike.
They are. And Cohen fires, and it's caught by Booker. Booker's got a first down, 40, 35, and drags a man with him to the 33-yard line. DuPont had him and spun him to the ground.
17-yard pickup. First down for Highlands. 79 yards now passing for Seth Cohen.
And the second one by Booker.
6 for 13, 79, and Highlands once again, good field position, timeout.
Too many men on the field is what the problem they were having, Albert Gallatin. So they're going to have to call timeout to try to fix that. So they waste their first one of the second half.
It's time to talk about Planet Fitness. Don't forget that swag bag. Ask for a ticket.
Yes, get a
anytime.
ticket.
Yep, just walk right in. Don't need to be a member. Don't have to take a tour. Just have to sign up for the swag bag. Love the hats they gave us, Mike. There'll be a couple of those in there, plus a free month of Planet Fitness located in Toronto Heights. It's your home for the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a unique environment where everyone, and we mean everyone, is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment. I saw a bunch of guys up there, Mike, from Highlands the other day. Brennan Lucchino was up there. The Woody boys, Tyrone and John.
Did you direct them to the tickets? And
I certainly did.
There you go.
That's swag bag. They're open 24/7. Work on your own schedule. Friendly staff. Again, ask for a ticket there. First-time gym members, no problems. And again, you can dress in a clean club, locker room, showers, anything you need. Memberships are available for as low as $10 a month. Stop in at AC and Planet Fitness in the Heights Plaza.
First down, Highlands at the 33. They go and Cohen is back, and he throws. That was messed up from the beginning.
Yeah.
Either a guard or center stepped on his foot when he was coming out, and it messed the timing up. He stumbled back out of there after he got the snap, and he caught a foot of one of his linemen, I think.
Yeah, he put it in a place where nobody can catch it. That was the most important thing, Mike.
And to throw it into the ground and get another play. 2nd and 10. Rams go for some personnel changes here.
Mary Jo Milberger, Crystal Morosky's mom, the lady we pulled a 50-50 ticket for. She's a member up there. I see her all the time.
Again, they snap it high. Jet's got to try to fall on. He doesn't have it yet. Albert Gallatin dives. And let's see. It's all white on it. Albert Gallatin has it at the 45-yard line. Coming up with it for the Colonials is Dylan Shea, a freshman.
Number 1 rule, Mike. Pick up ball.
The second Highlands turnover. Shea gets it.
And Jet lose that yardage, Mike?
He sure does.
How many?
22.
Back up the truck. That takes him down to 46. Yikes. Said they were practicing a Wildcat snap. It looked a lot better on the sideline.
It really doesn't look like it. First down, Colonials at the Highlands 45. They've been giving all kind of opportunities by Highlands.
Yep. Lamer down at the bottom
and
of the
Booker make the stop on Javon Davis, it was 29.
And Mike, I mentioned how hot it was this week at practice, but I believe it was the same temperature down in Albert Gallatin.
It was.
And we didn't have to make
actually,
a 2-hour trip.
As far as you have to go down there, it was probably 5 degrees warmer. It's always warmer in Morgantown.
Yes.
Llewellyn is back, sets his feet, has all day, fires it. It's caught beautifully by Stone, makes a man miss, and gets to the 15-yard line.
Did a great job, Mike, that time in front of Booker. Booker made the tackle, but again, give Stone credit. Ran a great pattern. Llewellyn found him. Remember, Llewellyn passed for 2 touchdown passes against number 4 previously ranked West Mifflin. So this kid is only a sophomore, Mike, and doing a good job.
First and 10 at the 15.
And now we see the power.
And this is Davis. He might have got hit for a loss on that. Let's see. The line of scrimmage was the 15. He's going to get a couple to the 13-yard line.
Lamer and Booker make that stop. But again, they get 4 yards, Mike. That's a win.
Clock winds, 2:35 left third quarter. We'll call it the 12. Davis the setback next to Llewellyn. He's back, going to sprint right. Got a man, Bricker wide open. Takes it, tries to make a man miss. He does. He's at the 10, and the Rams bring him down at the 8. He'll be a yard or two short.
Johnny had him at the ankles. Couldn't finish it, though. Chikello and Gillette came up, made that tackle, but now it's third and short, Mike.
Third and 2. And it's been Bricker, 4 catches, 66 yards, 3 of those for 63 here in the second half. And Davis gets the first down to the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Lamer in a tackle, Mike, but not until they make that first down. It's first and goal.
12 first downs for Albert Gallatin. Highlands has 6.
That safety's looking large, Mike.
It really is. And the fact that they can't kick.
Yeah.
First and goal, Colonials. Clock winds, less than 2 minutes left of the third. Wide side of the field to the left with the straight tee. And the give is to Stone. Stone is hit and thrown down.
You got Stone
Nick
there, Mike.
Chikello stood him up and threw him back.
Rudd will be very proud of that, Mike. He's watching from afar. He tells me he watches all the broadcasts, and he loves when we mention his name.
So done.
I think Nick does too.
Again from the straight tee, second and goal.
Remember we introduced them to each other?
And this is Oliver. Oliver dives down to the goal line and is in for an Albert Gallatin touchdown.
Oliver, the leading rusher last year, Mike, in from 2 yards out. And all of a sudden, it's a 16-12 game.
At the 1:04 mark of the third, it has been all Colonials here in the second half. Now they're going to try to make it 16-14. Of course, it doesn't matter if they're down by 2 because they can't kick a field goal. So,
how can you have a
make it or not? It's really
4A school that doesn't have a kicker, Mike? We have been blessed so many
They're all
years.
on that tremendous Albert Gallatin soccer team.
Yeah, I think so.
Llewellyn sprints out, throws to Bricker for 2.
And it's good.
16-14.
That's the guy who left the soccer team. I wish he'd have stayed.
And it's 16-14. A team that Highlands beat 42-0 last year. But this isn't last year.
Yep. Bricker from Llewellyn gives us a chance to talk about the Boucher Agency. Many companies that give you car insurance quotes. Only Nationwide can back it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at Boucher Agency want to help you release some of the stress involved with insuring young teen drivers. That's about the Nationwide Insurance Young Driver Discount. When you compare, no one beats Nationwide's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, at 724-224-4300, and let them help you choose the coverage right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, the AK Valley, the Bouchers, and Nationwide are on your side. We've got to get out of this malaise, Mike.
Yeah, really. Maybe we could run a kickoff back or something.
Yep. That Newcastle game here, we were the talk of the town.
They're trying to make me get a prediction again. Well, the way they're kicking it now, it's going to be hard to get it back to anyone.
Yeah, they started squibbing it after
That's a good one.
There you go. Ooh.
Line shot taken out of the air by Gillette. And here he comes to the 40 and up to the 42. And they continue to get just tremendous field position.
And now let's do something about it, huh?
57 seconds left of the third. First down, Highlands at their 42. I'm going to do this again. They scored when they got the ball at the 26, the first offensive series when Jet ran it all the way. After that, here's their field position. The Highlands 48, the Highlands 44, the Albert Gallatin 37, the Albert Gallatin 48, the Albert Gallatin 37, the Highlands 46, the Highlands 44, the Highlands 42, and they only have 2 touchdowns, and one was on a return. This is Jet busting through there up over the 50 and is close to a first down. Boy, look, he got kicked in the head by one of the Colonial players, and he took the worst of that, and that was Bricker as he came over the top.
He's
Jet galloped through there. Bricker's hurt. They're going to call timeout and make him come off. They're going to say first down, 10 yards for Jet. Well, he got 10 of those back, huh?
Yep. 10 of that 20 lost in the last series. Now 11 carries, 56 yards for Jermaine.
Now the Rams go tempo. First down at the Colonial 48. And again, they run it on a counter play. Comes to Jet again, and here he comes. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Still going 15, and down there at the 15-yard line goes Jet. And a flag, 2 flags down at the 50-yard line. Hold the phone.
Oh, boy.
We're coming back.
Whoa. At the original line of scrimmage, Mike.
That's going to be
no gain.
The 30. That's going to be 35-yard run plus a 10-yard penalty. That's basically a 45-yard penalty.
And more importantly, no gain for Jet or the Golden Rams. 23 seconds ago here, Mike. Look, just right when we seem to get a little tempo going.
The Rams are just getting killed by penalties tonight.
5 for 65 now.
So this takes it back to the 41 of Highlands and makes it first down and 21.
And the momentum has swung here in the third quarter.
Big time.
Yes.
Colonials trail only by 2. Rams don't have to run this if they don't want to. They will. Try it again. This is Taylor off the left side. Jet was probably tired. Taylor is hit and nothing on the last play of the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 20 when we start the fourth. Albert Gallatin once trailed 16-0, but they've scored 2 here in the third, and they're back to 16 to 14.
Oh, well, Mike, last 3 times that Taylor's touched the ball, 0-0-0. He's been shut out. So Highlands Golden Rams have to come up with something here. Again, we mentioned this is the only non-conference game tonight. Last week, Newcastle beat Indiana 42-7. Montour beat Ambridge 42-0. South Fayette beat Knock 52-14. And a non-conference action, Mike, Trinity beat Blackhawk 62-34.
Hello. You got some trivia over there?
I do. I have Highlands trivia, 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary trivia. Let's go.
This could be a simple one, Mike. So you got a 50-50 chance here. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did Highlands win or lose their first game?
That's a great question. I don't know. I'm going to say they won their first game.
It was against North Catholic. 12-6 North Catholic, unfortunately. That was 9-6-68.
How about that?
Is that a palindrome?
That's Tony, huh? Highlands outgained by well over 100 yards in that third quarter, thanks to George Guido for those depressing statistics.
I didn't want to bring it up.
2nd down and 20. And this is a run by Cohen off the right side, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Crazy legs. Cohen out of bounds, close to a first down.
We haven't seen that one, Mike.
That was just a sweep. He ran a naked bootleg.
That's where you spot him.
They're going to put him out at the Albert Gallatin 42. 18-yard gain.
Yep. This is the first time I've ever shown Seth with positive yardage.
3rd and 2.
Unfortunately, he takes all those sacks for minus yards. Big third down here. Highlands again to turn the table. Here comes everybody.
Give it a Jet. Jet barrels through there, and Jet
going to be close.
Is short by about a foot.
We talked about Albert Gallatin's tendency to bring people, Mike, and that time they brought everybody.
They so didn't get a good mark on it.
Yep. I think they got to go here, don't you?
I think they're going to. 4th and 1. They look over to the sideline. They got plenty of time on the play clock here.
Cohen making sure everybody got it right. Now
Highlands is going to call time.
Yep. Make sure they get it right, too.
Exactly. Well, it gives us a chance to talk to you high school seniors out there. It's time to start making some decisions. You can learn the skills you need to start a career in the high-demand field of healthcare in less than a year. Pittsburgh is in need of skilled healthcare workers, and Career Training Academy offers half-day or evening classes to suit your needs. Serving the AK Valley for over 35 years, CTA offers programs in medical or dental assisting, medical billing and coding, and our new phlebotomy technician program. With Halloween coming, that sort of fits into the deal there. Visit us on the web at careerta.edu or stop into our new location at the Hillcrest Plaza in Lower Borough. Enrolling now for all programs and fall of 2018. Call Career Training Academy today at 724-337-1000.
Mention those half-day classes, Mike. Nice thing about it is you get out at 1:15, you can get a part-time job, go to school at the same time, and it's one of the big advantages over at Career Training Academy.
Highlands 3 for 8 on fourth downs this year, and this is a big one. Fourth and about a foot. The turn to give to Jet.
There we
He's
go.
going to get the first down.
Go, baby, go.
Barrels through there, 30, 25. Still going 20. First down at the 19, the 18.
21-yard pickup, Mike. Again, when you send everybody, that's the chance you take. If he breaks the original line of scrimmage, which he did, he now has 13 carries for 78 yards, and a man's down, Mike.
They might have traded him out.
We do. This is a Highlands player, and it looks like it's Gabe Booker going to be attended to by the
Mike,
Highlands training staff. So we'll take a timeout. 11:03 left, fourth quarter. Highlands by 2. We'll be right back. We're checking Bucko scores. It's very important to myself and the dean for reasons that you all don't need to know about. It's 2-0 Nationals. That's good for you, but not for me. But yeah, I think
Gabe Booker
came off.
helped off the field, Mike.
Jet is wrapped up by Stephen Angel.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
The Rams could really use a touchdown right now. Then leading it 16-14, 10:25 left. And again, you come into these non-conference games put right in the middle of the season, you never know. And so we asked who's going to show up because you really don't know the interest level from either side.
Well, so far it looks like Highlands showed up in the first half.
Well, they got off to such an easy start.
Stretch play.
There it is. The Jet, and look at him. Find it. Here he comes, 15-10. He's all the way for a touchdown. 18 yards. Oh, he is. When I saw him run that first stretch play in the scrimmage, if there was a back that was built to run a play like that, it's him.
Yeah.
He puts one foot in the ground and he is gone. And he's over 100 yards, even though he lost 22, or lost how many yards he's lost on snaps over his head. He's lost 25 yards on snaps over his head, and he still has over 100. So the Rams lead it 22-14, and J.C. Bowser out of the swinging gate is on to try the extra point. 10:03 to go. It's 22-14. And this is a big one here to make it 2 scores. It's on the tee. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 10:03 left. Fourth quarter. It's Highlands 23, Albert Gallatin 14. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. So Highlands scores on a big one, and that was a 58-yard drive on 7 plays.
Jermaine Jett now 15 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's carried the workload. As mentioned, Cam Taylor, Mike, he's been limping around here the second half, and Gabe Booker being checked too.
About time one of our backs had 100 yards, huh? This is Stone at the 15. He runs.
He likes to run sideways.
He does. He's great at it. Mazarik's trying to chase him, but finally they get him and throw him out of bounds. I think DJ Loveland was over there. It was Brandon Jocham, 28, and he the way he was grabbing his hand, it looked like he might have got caught up in the merchandise. Brandon did a good job to get him out of there as he chased across the field. So Albert Gallatin starts at the 28.
Only a sophomore.
Less than 10 to go. And the Rams lead it by 9 now. Four 0 Nationals over your Buccos. Ryan Zimmerman just hit a homer.
Personal foul.
It'll be half the distance. It's on Gallatin. It's hard to hear the ref because his microphone is.
Yeah,
we have gremlins because of the rain. So it's going to be half the distance, which will take it back. It's still a 15 yards. It's going to take it back to the 14. Put it at the 15-yard line.
The much-traveled Coach Leota.
It should be 1st and 10, right? Not 1st and 25. That's correct.
Yep. Mike, he's been through Line Mountain, West Shamokin, York, McKeesport, Springdale, Salzburg, and Clarendon. That's only his high school career.
And lives in Lower Burke. Llewellyn is back. Here comes Timmons. Llewellyn heaves it deep. Freeman's down there, and so is Stone, and Stone had it go through his hand. Romello made the mistake that a lot of guys make. He located the ball, and then he stopped to try to catch it rather than keep running.
Llewellyn throws a nice ball, Mike.
He does.
And again, he's that rare sophomore with 2 years experience. College level, Mike. Sean has been with Duquesne University. And we already mentioned his Erie Explosion experience in the Indoor Football League.
2nd and 10. Llewellyn back. Here comes Timmons again. Fires it out.
Nice
Great catch by Stone and a tremendous tackle. As Gabe Booker's back, by the way, and feeling good.
I'm telling you, Mike, he was actually helped off the field by...
Now, what do we have here? We have a man down.
Mike Rizzo.
Injury on the Albert Gallatin side, and Llewellyn is limping around also. Not much of a gain on that. It's a 2-yard pickup out to the 17 to make it 3rd down and 8.
Mike's being assisted by Hannah DeBoer, Chuck's daughter. And Mike Rizzo's out in the field.
Oh, good time for trivia.
Okay, I got a good one, Mike. We talked about multiple sport athletes last week. We're going to continue with that theme. What WPL player had the choice between scholarships to play point guard at North Carolina or quarterback at Notre Dame? 2 scholarships on the table.
Is it Phil Dracovic?
Take your pick. Not current.
No. Oh, not current. Okay.
Not current. He's a pretty good basketball player, but North Carolina's not going to make him a point guard.
Okay. Wow. How long ago was this?
How about a decade? Let's go back to the 60s.
Okay. That's good. You're right. That is good. 3rd down, 8. Llewellyn back. Llewellyn throws. It's caught by Bricker, 30. Bricker to the 35. Here he comes, 40.
He's a
45, 50, 45, 40. They're going to chase him down.
Ball's
inside
out.
the 20-yard line. They mark him out of bounds at the 17.
Romello Freeman tracked him down, Mike, and you could see Romello's speed because Bricker had a good 5 yards on him, and Romello ran him down.
And Bricker has those long legs.
6'3", sure does.
33 and 33 is 66.
They keep finding that matchup, Mike, with Logan and Christ. You're giving up 5 inches. It's tough. They rolled Johnny onto him the last couple times, but this time they didn't do it. And every time
flags are down. They tried to go fast there, Dean. I think they might have false started because they tried to catch Highlands and they caught themselves.
Yep. Again, Bricker at 6'3", Logan at 5'11", is 4 inches. Help out.
So that's going to make it 1st and 15 at the 22. Highlands leads at 23-14.
So you want to play point guard for North Carolina, or do you want to play
60s.
quarterback for Notre Dame? And you're in the WPL making this decision.
How about Tom Clemens?
How about Tommy Clemens? That is correct. Very good, Mike. Where did he go to high school?
Tom Clemens went to Canavan.
And it wasn't even a Bishop back then.
And he's Monty's a Rocks guy.
There he goes.
Has Llewellyn, and down he goes.
With the sack.
First one of the night.
Big one,
and
too,
now the Colonials are going backwards. It'll be 2nd and 23.
And Highlands doesn't bring a lot of blitzes, Mike, but that
second sack, I'm sorry.
They did.
They had Llewellyn for a big loss earlier in the first half. Of snap issue. 2nd and a mile. Almost West Trentham. Llewellyn is back, and he's going to fire it to the near sideline, and on a push-off, it's caught at the 1-yard line, and they didn't call it. Robinson caught it. It's 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, Luke Clark looked like he got pushed on that.
Well, he did. It was a push-off by Robinson, no question.
And when he got pushed, he got turned around.
29 yards.
Not only was he pushed off, he got turned around. All right, Mike. I think we're going right up the middle with Mr. Oliver.
They do. And Oliver's in for a touchdown. Wow.
It's been a big strike offense.
The Rams had them 2nd and 23 and let them out of Dodge. Yeah, it's been a big strike offense, except they've only scored in 1 game. So,
yeah.
I mean, this is, you're letting them march up and down the field. Against Bell Vernon, they scored 6. Against Ringgold, they scored 8. And against Thomas Jefferson, they scored 0. So it's only been a big strike offense twice.
Close it within 1, but like you said, it wouldn't make a difference.
Llewellyn back and throws, and it's incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. So it's 23-20 now. It's turning into another Newcastle game.
Well, let's hope we don't end up with the same results here, Mike.
7:42 left, 4th quarter. We'll take a timeout. 23-20 Highlands. We'll be back. 85-yard drive for Albert Gallatin on 6 plays. And it took them only 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
So Golden Rams going to try to hang on for dear life, Mike. Ahead by 3 with 7 minutes to go. This time
they need to keep scoring.
Yeah. To Christ.
And this is Christ. Up over the 40 to the 44. And again, the Rams get unbelievable field position.
They've had it all night, Mike.
7:35 to go. With a 3-point lead. I would say 19.
Christ now 77 and 19. He's over 100 yards in returns.
No, he has a lot of yards of returns in his career. There's no doubt.
But you know what? The Christ have been shut out receiving tonight.
Again, we go I. Strong side to the right. The tight end is Sportelli. Twins right. 1st and 10. Jet bounces out of there, and here he comes. 50. And out of bounds into the Highlands bench at the Albert Gallatin 47.
And that's the ability that Jermaine has to bounce it outside. Give him about 9 on that play. 111 now.
Clock stopped on the out of bounds play.
Jet comes off the field. He's injured. Taylor's injured. He's out there, Mike. Cameron is a gamer. An Oriole, right?
He's an Oriole. He'll hang in there. 2nd about 2. Taylor, head down.
Fighting for those 2 yards.
He's going to be short. Where the linesman comes in mega crooked. Now they blew the whistle. Albert Gallatin pulled the ball out, but they called it down. The whistle blew for 2 seconds at least before anything came loose. And the Rams get a bad spot too.
Noah Miller came out there with the ball, Mike, but like you said, he had been down. Jermaine Jet still being worked on the bench, Mike.
3rd and 1. If they play action right now, you could probably break somebody wide open. Like Mello at the top of the screen.
You got 9 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Look at that. There we go.
Albert Gallatin jumps offside. And that was Braden Moody, the junior linebacker, was pulled across. Let's hope.
And we will take that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you never know which way they go with these. It's against Albert Gallatin.
That's a big first down, Mike. By hook or by crook.
We'll take it.
Sean Lieta not happy with that on the sideline.
Well, what was there to be unhappy about?
I think he thinks the man got pulled.
I see.
Okay, now look what they're doing, Mike. A huddle.
6:40 to go.
A huddle broke out.
In 1965 broke out. We've seen a straight T formation. We've seen, Taylor dots the I. Gillette the fullback.
Jet wants to get back in.
Short drop. Cohen fires. It's caught. This is Freeman. And 3 Colonials come to get him as he's down at the 35.
Pick up a 7. Romelo's third catch. Jet going to return the lineup, Mike. Good to see he's back out there.
Only the second completion of the second half for Highlands, and now they want to line time. That's why they're taking the huddle.
86 yards now in passing.
Ken tells us Jermaine Jet's back in the game. He dots the eye this time, wide side to the left. Second down, 3. Give it a Jet. Needs a little help. Now tries to get to the outside. Here comes the cavalry. And he's going to be strung out and pushed out of bounds after a loss.
Give Albert Gallatin credit, Mike. The pursuit was there.
That's one of those where you want to make a big play, and there's an Albert Gallatin player down. You want to make a big play, but in a case like that, if you just go ahead into the middle and maybe take a yard, you might have been better for it.
Lost a 2 on the play.
Player down. We'll check on him. 5:40 to go, fourth quarter. Highlands 23, Albert Gallatin 20. Timeout. We'll be back. Third and about 5 now. Is this 4-down territory? Again, flanker right. They jumped again. Alex McMiller was the injured man. He's off the field, but that was senior Corey Dodson that jumped that time. Now the question is it enough? It's 3rd and 5, but was it a long enough 5?
Could be, Mike.
Move it. First down Highlands.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Well, looks like we might have a discussion.
I saw Tom Stabiles do that so many times on television. This thing.
The old winder, yeah.
There we go. Tom says that the linesman's supposed to tell the referee short 5 or long 5 so he knows and he can signal it.
All right, makes it quicker.
This is inside stuff that you don't get anywhere else. First down. Play clock down to 4. Give it a Jet. Jet is through there, and they stand him up at the 32. Say no game.
Yep.
All right, the clock winding now.
Talked about Jet and that shoulder injury. He doesn't really like to lower his shoulder just because of that. They have him rigged up there. Mike has, if you see him before the game, he's got like 5 ace bandages holding that thing in.
Less than 5 to go. 2nd and 10 Highlands at the Albert Gallatin 32. They lead at 23-20.
When's the last time you were ace bandaged, by the way? Quick pass. Over the middle.
Fires. Oh, it's pulled in. Leaping catch by Signorella. Doesn't want to go down. The ball comes out.
What are they going to say?
Highlands gets on it at the 18-yard line. And it's picked up by Ethan Jones. The center gets on it. But Signorella made a great catch, and he got treated rudely.
14 yards?
First down, 14 to the 18. First catch for Sigs tonight.
And that puts Cohen right at 100 yards now, Mike.
Now they probably want to take some more time. There's 13 seconds on the play clock. The game clock ticks under 4 minutes, fourth quarter.
That was big. Here comes everybody.
Stretch
again.
play to Jet. Puts the foot in the ground, and here he goes with a marker down. I think what that was, I thought that it might have been offside, but that's in the backfield, so this is coming back, I'm afraid. No, he moved it. Let's see. Holding against the Rams again.
6 penalties now, 80 yards. And like you said, Mike, it's more than 15 yards when you take away the 15-yard run.
These zone blocking schemes that they use, and the little inside zone run that they do there with Jet, and he stretch him out there, and he puts the foot down, and it allows the defenders to over pursue, and then cuts himself back, and he's just really good at it. He sees the field well. Unfortunately, they held that time, so it's back at the 31, and it'll be 1st and 23.
Well, he said throughout the night, Albert Gallatin shoots a lot of linebackers, Mike, and that's what causes people to hold.
Up in a hole. Yep. Cohen, straight back.
Looking deep. He's got a man.
Yes. Romello Freeman.
Romello Freeman. 31 yards for the score. Mike, you said 30-20 would look a heck of a lot better. And I agree with you as Romello brings it in for a 31-yard pass completion.
Romello Freeman, his 4th reception touchdown of the year. And first one thrown tonight by Seth Cohen. That's his 12th. The Rams have already thrown for more yards passing in the first 4 games of the season than they did in the entirety of last season.
That's something, huh?
J.C. Bowser on for the extra point. Gillette to snap it, Signorella to hold it. Snap, ball down, kick up. Kick is good. Did they throw a flag? It looked like Albert Gallatin was offside. No matter. 3:33 left, fourth quarter. Highlands 30, Albert Gallatin 20. Timeout. We'll be right back. Highlands leads at 30-20 now. I think we may have just crossed the over, Dean.
I hope.
Now the Highlands defense needs to hold. 3:33 remaining. Sam Peck will kick off. And he kicks a short one. And it comes down to a lineman. Big fella, 55. Stephen Angel. Going to make the ball disappear.
All right, Mike. Doug. I said it. I said I would never do it, and I did.
Doug Llewellyn.
All night, I did not say Doug
You should
Llewellyn.
see that. He has a great connection with Wapner. You should see it.
Dom Llewellyn goes to work here. Doug is, he's working for People's Court. Remember that?
Rusty Burrell.
Yeah.
Llewellyn back.
Is Rusty
As
still
all
with-
day and fires, and he throws it behind his intended receiver, Bricker, with Johnny Christ on the go. We're going to see a lot of passes now.
Do you think Rusty's still with us?
I don't know. I don't think Wapner is.
That guy made a fortune.
Didn't Ed Koch do that for a while? Didn't Ed Koch do People's Court for a little while, or a show similar?
Yes.
There are a lot of Judge Judy's the one now. Jim Harbaugh's right. Judge Judy should be on the Supreme Court. There's no question.
She's a gazillionaire, I know that.
She is. She's the new Oprah.
Right.
Llewellyn fires, incomplete. Oh, great play by Johnny Christ to come around with the offense. Get out of here with that, he says. They're down.
Jet brought the heat, Mike. Almost got a sack on the play. But Llewellyn really does a good job of getting rid of the ball.
Roger Heasley says, stick to sports. Or the stick to sports crowd is out.
It's called vamping.
You're the one that said Doug Llewellyn. You dragged me into it.
I know.
Llewellyn is back, and he throws late across the middle, and almost picked off. Freeman had to break on it. He jumped the route, as they say.
Jet was being held, Mike. He had a chance to get to Llewellyn, but again, he was held up. What do you think they're going to do here, Mike?
I think they're going to go for it.
I do too.
3:12 to go.
Non-conference game.
I mean, they didn't make this 2-day trip to punt.
I remember last time we had to go around with them was like 2008, where we had to go there. They came up here. JVs came up here next morning, 10 o'clock. Their bus broke down in the parking lot here. They had to wait for 2 hours to get a bus
to make the 2-hour trip home.
I got them fed. I did do that much.
4th and 10. It could be Custer's last stand, or at least Gallatin's last stand. Llewellyn back. Here comes Timmons. He fires. It's incomplete. Too tall for Bricker. The ball goes over on down. Did you know that Albert Gallatin is the longest-serving Secretary of Treasury in United States history?
He was buddies with my boy Bobby Morris.
That is true.
They helped finance the war, right?
He was a big populist when it came to taxes and things back in those days too.
All right, going to work here. Let's put this one to bed at 3:07 to go. Highlands leading here 30-20.
See if they can do this on the ground and just crank it. 3:07 to go.
They got the big guy in there.
I formation. Sportelli is the tight end. I'm sorry. Taylor, the battering ram, leans ahead and gets a couple. He says he wasn't down. He popped up. He kind of pulled the Earl Campbell move. I think part of the merchandise did hit the turf.
Today would have been Bum Phillips' birthday, Mike. You know that?
O.A. Bum Phillips. Oale Andrew. He was a great one.
Yep.
He's the one that traded his entire second days of draft picks and decided, he said it was more beneficial to go fishing. 2nd and 8. Seth Cohen letting that play clock wind down. Gets it to Taylor. I didn't think he had a great handle on that.
And it's nice to have a play clock. Remember last week Mike and Mars, no play clock?
It makes it difficult. It does. Albert Gallatin's going to call timeout. And they do. So Taylor gets, we'll say, to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Loses 1. Next week, Montour will be here. And if you look at the schedule tonight, Ambridge at Indiana, that could go either way. You would expect Indiana to get their first win there. Newcastle at Mars, you would expect Mars to win. But that one was close at halftime. Knock at Montour, that's pretty much in theirs. And South Fayette playing Blackhawk, I wouldn't be surprised if that ended a mercy. So
we need Knock to win.
Yeah, that would help. Newcastle losing wouldn't hurt either. Or Mars. Whoever loses that, you're gonna have to beat Montour next week. That's really where this goes. And
pretty easy math. Huh?
Much like it was a year ago. The Highlands would have beat Blackhawk here the next week when things were all in disarray with a quarterback situation. They had a legit chance to go into the last week to make it.
Everybody's coming.
3rd and long, and Cohen's going to run the neck into the left this time, and there's nobody over there. 45, 30, 25, and out of bounds. The naked bootleg by Seth Cohen.
He's really unaccounted for, Mike, when they bring that blitz. Seth Cohen, 2 rushes, 31 yards.
Crazy legs. Cohen has been taken out of the box. Now, the only bad thing was the clock stopped, but there's 2:13 to go.
And for your personal safety, get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds and make the first down, and you get 4 new downs. And now it's just hold on to the football. Gillette sets up as a wingback right this time. Taylor, the running back.
Everybody's coming.
They are. Hey. Taylor gets through there and gets some. Down inside the 25 to the 22.
I am shocked they didn't throw a flag there, Mike.
Sean Leota going to have the good sense here to just let this go, apparently. Before a false start, Dan?
Yeah,
I thought
both.
The left side of the line?
Yeah. 2 minutes to go here.
Second and 7. Turned into a nice night after the rain stopped. It's just gotten chilly. It's about what you'd expect this time of year.
Well, Mike Pavlik, the amateur meteorologist, said it would stop, and it did. Here comes everybody.
No, that was an easy call because it always has.
Eventually.
It's offside against the Colonials. They're catching up the Highlands in that department.
7 penalties for 52.
It'll be 2nd and 2 now.
They have a long way to go to get the Highlands, like 6 for 80.
Yeah, not a good night in that department. They had cut back
lots of
last couple of weeks, but not tonight. Todd DeBrock and his crew throwing lots of flags this evening. And most of them have been very justified. There have been a lot of penalties in this game. 110. Out of the eye. And a play clock runs out. The Highlands calls time. That would have almost been worth letting it go. 1:02 left. 4th quarter. So Montour next week. Now, I've seen him a couple times on film, as we used to say. And they have, a lot of the same guys back as they had a year ago. It was a great game by Highlands out there last year.
One guy got a watch out for Mike, a kid named Steven Jackson Scheckenker. He didn't play last year. He got hurt early in the season, and Coach Cerro said things started going badly right after that. So
they got Ronnie Stevenson, that big, tall drink of water.
He's going to Temple, 6'5".
Kayvon Mormon, I believe, back as the quarterback for them.
9 touchdowns last year, 980 yards.
They ran the ball at will against Newcastle in that game. And then Highlands threw the ball at will against Newcastle. I just thought that was interesting in consecutive weeks.
They were ranked number 5 in the preseason polls, and they've moved up to 4.
2nd and 2. And off is to Gillette, busting through, and he's inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and that'll do it. nice run for Gillette. It's first down Highlands, and the Rams can go victory formation if they choose.
I think they will choose, Mike.
And get out of here with a win. They'll move the record to 3-2. Be back over 500. They've been alternating win-loss so far this year. And you need a winning streak. Hopefully this is the beginning of it, huh?
Yep.
Going in victory formation.
Last year we upset Montour. It'll take another upset this year.
And that's going to do it.
Let's see everybody
have to put it down, and the Rams won't have to snap it again. And they come in here and beat Albert Gallatin tonight, 30-20.
Need everybody here next Friday night, Mike, for this big game against the Montour Spartans. 7 p.m. kickoff. Homecoming, Mike.
It should be a dandy, and we hope to see you all out here. Thanks to Ricky Saff for all his work with our technical difficulties down there. It'll be interesting to see exactly how much of this you'll see.
We shall see. All my play-by-play, I hope, showed up.
Great job. Once again, that final score, Highlands 30, Albert Gallatin 20. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik. So long, everybody.